Greetings, you all. Send you all some warm, positive vibes. So I just popped in very quickly to answer a subscriber's question. So welcome if you're new to this channel. This is Body-Culinary. On this channel, I share about my journey in radical self-acceptance of having very fine, delicate Afro-textured hair. And in the semi-freeform lock, what I'm calling Afro locks, I also share encouragement to start growing something, whatever environment you're in, start growing a garden to reconnect with nature. Start cultivating a personal movement practice, what some people like to call exercise, I like to call vigorous, joyous movement, as well as consuming peacefully, first for your own body temple, and as well as your arteries, your lungs, your brain, and then sharing that with all the other creatures we share this big spaceship with. So feel free to subscribe to the channel. If anyone would like to support the channel, is Cash App at Kwasa with a K, KWASA, peaceful, FULL, eating. Okay, so that being said, welcome. So answering the subscriber's question, Barbara, how did my hair get fluffy? Sometimes I'm really amazed at some of these questions, but I don't take anything for granted. So actually, our hair is already fluffy. So by not adding oil to my hair, that's how it got fluffier. It's already very fine, delicate. It can break very easily. It doesn't like to be handled quite often. So in washing it after a while, if you don't add any products to it, so I'm not using any conditioner, I'm not using any oils. I use a really good quality shampoo, which I don't need to use often because I'm not putting anything in the hair. And usually I'm putting lots of tea rinses inside of my hair. So you don't need to overwash your hair, especially if your hair is very fine, right? So that means it's not very dense, it's not a whole lot of follicles all over the whole head. And my hair just does not like to be messed with. It is the type of hair texture, I think it's low porosity. Well, whatever the texture, it's the type of texture, if you put water in my hair right now, you'll see big beads of water. It sits on top of my hair, so it doesn't penetrate my hair very easily. I don't prefer chemicals. I like my hair feeling light and fluffy. I don't like the feeling of oil in my hair, especially as I've had a lot of acne before. So the hair is fluffy because that's what our hair naturally is. So we've been conditioned to condition it. And maybe I might have need something like that. And I don't even know at this point, if my hair was loose natural, if I would put conditioner in it. I'd probably use some oil or some shea butter. I'd probably use the oil as conditioner. And then I had wrote something way back, a piece called Natural Beauty No Products, where years ago I threw away my shower caddy just to liberate myself of all of these different products. So I spent so much money on produce, and I prioritize my food is a priority for me, my fuel. So if I'm spending all this money on organic and on foods, I'd rather use all these things that I'm purchasing to put them on my hair and my skin. It is the natural, whole, unprocessed foods, putting it on my skin as well as eating it primarily, that cleared up my skin. So my hair is fluffy because it's quote unquote, and I don't like to follow everyone because everything doesn't work for this hair. It just likes to be left alone primarily. And there's a mosquito in here. Ooh, child, I'm gonna get this mosquito. He must have got it when I came in from the garden. Don't like mosquitoes. He's gonna bother me all night. So anyway, the hair is fluffy because that's what it does. So if I right now were to put a whole bunch of conditioner and oil in my hair, it would feel great and smooth and it feels fantastic while it's on smooth in, but after it dries and after a while, it starts to get heavy. The dust gets attracted to this hair. Everything gets caught in this hair. And being that I'm not combing it out, over time, the dust and the oil gets logged in the hair, and then it gets heavy. So my hair is light and fluffy because there's nothing weighing the hair down, right? I'm not putting anything on the hair that can get stuck into the hair, right? I rinse it quite often with water and with different teas and herbal rinses. And again, I'm very big on putting the fruits and vegetables that I'm eating on my hair and skin. So I'm not putting anything on here that can get trapped. So I do not grease my scalp. I'm not putting any shea butters or oils and all of that stuff on my hair. I don't know if at some point I may change, but because it's so freeing and my hair is doing really well. But I can tell you primarily my hair my skin do not like to be messed with. They just don't. They want to breathe and be free. So the fluffiness, how do I get it? It's the hair that we're already born with. I'm not twisting. I don't twist it off. And actually, before I forget, this is my quickie style of today because it is super duper hot. I think it went up to 103 degrees where I am today. So this is like so loose. So if you're not an avid or a big super cornrower, this is fine. So being that my hair is so fine, I don't want to press it too much because it will get condensed over time. So this is a very, very loose cornrow, and I loosely braided it around, and a lot of the pieces, so it's not very long, but a lot of it I tucked in with my finger, and then I tucked some in with some hairpins. So this is great because it keeps it off the hair off my neck, and I'm always surprised by just being creative. I look to find styles that complement my hair because my hair doesn't do what everybody else's hair does. I've tried to put it into different styles I see on YouTube. That didn't work. Back in the days, my mother had put a perm in my hair. That didn't work. I had scabs all over my head. So I am total submission, and I found that submitting and honoring what we already have can be very, very freeing. So the fluffiness, again, is because that's what our hair does. I think it may require us listening to the hair, respecting the hair, and learning to see and observe what it's asking for and what it needs. So it's dry only in the sense that it's not oily and it's not wet, but it is not dry where it is brittle. So if you're not stripping the hair and if you're not constantly putting a whole bunch of stuff in there, you don't have to work so hard to get it out. Georgette, just have to say that you are too beautiful. Your energy seems soothing, man. Oh, thank you so much. That's such a nice compliment right back at you. So again, I'm just sharing one woman's perspective and one just my experience. If whatever you want to eat, I'm not the food police. I ain't the hair police. I can love and respect somebody no matter what you're eating, how you got your hair, chemicals, no chemicals. That's not my job. I'm just sharing my experience. This is what works for me. And you'll have to find your way and your path. And you'll try different things on for size till you find what fits you in your core values. So I prioritize play. I want to roll in the floor. I want to jump in the pool. I can play and I can be expressive and artistic in my expression and what I want to put on. But I really like comfort. I don't want some shoes hurting my toes. I don't want to jack up my back. You know, I'm into longevity, vitality, you know, my mood. So a whole bunch of distraction in terms of pain and discomfort is not for me. I don't prioritize that. So that being said, I found styles where I don't have to put any styling gel. I don't have to do all of this stuff to myself. And so it takes really, like, it's kind of like a living meditation, I'd call it, sitting with yourself in radical self-acceptance. Look, this is it. This is what I got. I'm not changing it. Actually, I'm going to celebrate it. I'm working with what I have. And I think you may be pleasantly surprised that health and relaxation, it may sound overly simplistic, health and relaxation, your number one beauty products. With health and relaxation, you can calm down instead of comparing yourself to everyone that's on Instagram and on social media. That is a recipe for stress. You can't be anybody else. You can't be the age you were before. Why rush towards the next age? We just here right now. This is what we got. And I'd rather really appreciate what I have in the present and keep it as healthy as I can. So hygiene, which goes to me with what I'm eating, not so much like putting a whole bunch of perfumes and stuff on. Hygiene, this to me is hygiene. This to me, this is hygiene, right? These are cleansing. So I just have a way that I approach beauty and relaxation. So I don't want to overstuff myself. And I'm not saying that still can't happen to me. I'm human, right? But there are many things over the years that I just don't do anymore because I suffer and they give me certain results. I would say the one thing that every now and then still comes up for me is nuts. Even though they're raw, I eat raw nuts and seeds. If I eat too many of them, my body is just, and I'm humble, my body's saying I can't digest that. And your body is communicating with you all the time. So you'll have to find what that is for you. Some people maybe can take more nuts and seeds. Maybe some people can eat heavier foods. Maybe some people can take some junk food. I don't know. It's not working for me. So I've been an avid experimenter, and I take 1,000% responsibility for what I have walking around right here now. So health is my number one beauty product. Relaxation. My hair is fluffy because that's how it came out. So it's like I'm learning to listen. It's like, when you ever hear one of those lines in the movie, you know, we're meeting again for the first time, or we're starting over. It's kind of like that, learning our hair, even at whatever age you are. And it's actually, I guarantee you, with really accepting yourself, you won't be able to go anywhere without compliments. And the other thing is I make an effort. I validate myself. I'm not waiting for someone to ask me to dance or someone to tell me that I'm beautiful. People on the internet, they hurl insults. Hundreds of people tell you they don't like your hair. Why don't you perm it? Why don't you comb it? You know, everybody, keyboard warriors, has an opinion, and that's okay. I accept me. I appreciate me, and I'm very intentional with that. I'm very protective of my peace of mind. I'm very protective of that. So keeping things simple, taking a lot of things off the table, I have found adds to a lot of relaxation. And relaxation, relaxation, I think is beauty, and I like myself. Have you ever seen some people might think they look quirky and they're very attractive because of their comfort in themselves, or they accept their little quirks and stuff like that. So I accept these fine, kinky, ain't a whole bunch of locks. They're just my hair. I'm lucky if it's 40, and I'm not trying to count them. It's only because it ain't a lot of them. So I'm just celebrating what I have, not just working what I have. I'm celebrating, appreciating it. One day my body's going to get old and shriveled up, even with all this great hair. Hopefully that's when I'm 150. But it's not going to be here forever, so I might as well have fun with what I have. So I prioritize keeping it vibrant and even keeled and peaceful, and I find that yields me more results. So I hope that answers the subscriber her questions, and this is my little staff for today. All right, y'all have a great rest of the evening and go into a nice, peaceful rest. See if you can turn off this screen and disconnect from being plugged in to fantasy world, right? And go into a nice, deep, restful sleep, and affirm your body can repair, because that's what it wants to do, repair and relax, and we don't have to overstuff it. We can listen in the morning to see if it's time to eat or if it's still digesting the food from tonight. So we can cultivate an inner listening. So with that being said, take advantage of the relaxation videos. No gurus, no cult, no religion required. Just simple relaxation. And you can see why I call it a beauty product. Sister Butterfly and Sister Monkey Learn to Eat Better. It's a little mini puppet series on this channel. And from time to time, when I come up with these little creative styles, this is just a loose cornrow. And it's not perfect. I'm not a perfect cornrow. So it was a whole bunch of them sticking out. I took my finger and stuck them right in there. See, that's it. Simple, works for me. It's bleeding hot out here. It's going to be hot again, 100 and something tomorrow. And so I'm not going to fight it. I'm just working with it. All right, y'all. See you soon. Subscribe to the channel. Support the channel. See you soon.